inshallah.
Yes, there's any questions? If you have any questions. This is youth by youth. I'm an old man now. Any question? Any question that comes to your mind? One-on-one with Imam.
So was Idris was he the second prophet before Adam?
Naam. Alhamdulillah, salatu wassalam ala Rasulullah. So we have books, right? There are books that are addressing what is known as At-Tawheed. So we have books, right? There are books that are addressing Islamic history, Tariq. We have books that are addressing fiqh, Islamic jurisprudence, Tawheed, Aqidah, Creed, and Islamic monotheism. And we also have books of Qasasul Anbiya, stories of prophets. One of the famous is a book of Hafid ibn Kathir. And in this book, he collects a story of Nabi, or this story of Nabi Idris, who is also known as Enosh or Enoch, right? Enoch. And he says that he is the second prophet, which means after Adam alayhi salam, then comes Idris as a prophet, but the first messenger, you remember that topic? The first official messenger was Nabi Nuh alayhi salam. So yes, Nabi Idris was a prophet of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala.
What about sheep?
Yes, sheep. It is said that after Adam alayhi salam and they call it Seth, others call it sheep, you know. Sheep with TH, right? Not T alone, so somebody. So sheep, no, or Seth. So it is also said that, you know, he was a prophet after Adam alayhi salam and the Sith. But other scholars say that he was a prophet after Nabi Adam alayhi salam. Wallahu a'lam. Any other question? How did he die? I want to ask him. Nabi Idris alayhi salam. What happened to him? No.
He was sent up to the fourth heaven.
So Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala took him to the fourth heaven. What is the proof of that? Did Brother Kamal tell you from the book? Who remembers? Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wa sallam is the witness. Yeah. After so many years, there are hadith in Sahih al-Bukhari when Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala took the Prophet for a night journey from Masjid al-Haram to Masjid al-Aqsa, from Mecca to Masjid al-Aqsa in Palestine, right? Or what is known as Jerusalem. Then Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala took him for ascension. Allah took him above the heavens, right? He met Nabi Idris where? In the fourth heaven. He met him in the fourth heaven. So that is the proof that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala took him there. Now there is something that when he arrived there are two statements that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala told Malakul Maut to take his soul while there. Another narration is that he was taken, he was lifted to the fourth heaven, and then he was brought back and his soul was taken while on earth. Those are just technicalities, those are just technicalities now. Any other question? Any question in life? Any question that you are struggling with? Do you know why we should and we have to study stories of prophets? I want answers from you. Why is it so important to study and to listen and to learn, to do research, and to be acquainted and equipped with the stories of prophets. Anyone with any answer? Good one. Now,
Like when you study the life of the prophets, you see the situations that they had to go through, so then you gain lessons from it.
mashallah, he says that you see the situations, the circumstances that they went through, so that you can gain what? Lessons from it. Now, exactly. Exactly. These prophets, they were chosen by Allah and guided by Allah. So the fact that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala chose them and guided them, those are the best celebrities, right? Best role models and good examples to follow. Another reason why we have to follow prophets and messengers. There is nothing, another reason is, there is nothing that troubles us today. There is nothing, whether you want to call it depression, whether, anything that causes any, what we perceive as negative situation, except that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala demonstrated it through Anbiya, prophets and messengers, and he gave us a solution for it. Give me any example of anything that we call trouble today. You want to talk about sickness? Nabi Ayub alayhi salam was sick for so long, right? You want to talk about what? Suffering, hunger. You want to talk about, being expelled, kicked out by a group of people. You want to talk about migration, being a cohort. Anything that you want to talk about, this happened, it happened in the lifetime of prophets. And so Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala permitted them to happen so that we could learn from them and find solutions. Now,
when Prophet Idris was going to like the fourth heaven, angel of death, he said, how is that possible? He's on earth. And then you can learn from that, even if it doesn't make sense, you gotta obey Allah and because there's wisdom behind it.
Inshallah, there is that beautiful part that one of the angels came to Nabi Idris alayhi salam on earth, and there was a question, okay? There was a conversation between them as to how long, how long are you gonna stay on earth? How you gonna live for how long? Right? And he's telling him that, my life is too short from now. But then he's telling him, can you go and maybe talk to the angel of death to see if my life can be prolonged? And so he took him under his what? Under his wing to the fourth heaven, and they met with Malakul Maut there. And so he's talking to him about, maybe a possibility of prolonging his life. Malakul Maut told him that, Allah commanded me, Allah instructed me to take his soul where? Fourth heaven. And as I was here, and this was the time, there was that concern because he was still on earth. He knows that he doesn't miss the target, right? But he's still on earth. Allah did not tell me to take his soul on earth, but here. What is that? In other words, Allah used you as a sabab, as a reason and a means of bringing him here so that I can take his soul from here. So brother is making a very, very big point here. He said that somebody may say, how possible is this? But again, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala wants to see, are you going to believe and are you going to submit to the decree of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala? This is called at-taslim bil-qada'i wal-qadar. Are you going to submit to the decree and the will of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala or not? And many things like this have happened, right? In our life today, some people came as refugees running away from what? From what? From war. And some of them died of bulleting. Malak al-Maut, if Malakul Maut were to say something, he would have said the same. that I was commanded to take your soul in America. In America, United States. And you are somewhere in Kenya or Africa or Libya or Malakum I told you the same. So you only came so that I could do my work, only that I could fulfill the qadar, taqdeer. So these things are real. These things are real. Any other question? Anything that is troubling any one of us now?
I just wanted to add to that because I think that's a powerful point that, sometimes Allah will put us in a situation and it's a hard situation and we're like, why am I in this situation? Like, why would Allah do this to me? Why we read that Allah loves us and He cares about us, but why would He put me in this situation? But, our minds are so, we're not able to grasp, Allah's knowledge and the reason why He puts us in certain situations. To us, and from a worldly point of view, certain situations may seem like there's no good that can come out of this. But if you, go take on that challenge with the Quran and the Sunnah as your guide, you'll end up coming out of it better than you were when you first went into it, or if you never would have experienced that situation in the first place.
Online, no explanation on that. I mean, this is the best of. We look, especially youths. We are troubled. We are troubled. Sometimes we are depressed. We are going through a lot because you are surrounded by. You have to go to school. That pressure, right? And then you have to score A. And some parents may say, "We don't want fools in this house, right?" I'm feeding you, right? Not all parents. One or two. We are good people as parents. And then there is that, how do you call it, clash of culture. Where you are raised. Dad is raised outside America. You were born and raised here, or you were brought here. And we feel that, they don't know what we are going through. Which, to a bigger degree, yes. And then the challenges of life here. Just the environment, right? And then, some vices and ill things or bad things that are taking place, right? And you have friends who have some girlfriends or, stuff who are boyfriends. If they are girls, they have, friends who have. We are living in a state of weeds and marijuana. You find a friend who is trying, he want to, at least he want to sniff this thing without smoking. Now Imam hasn't smoked, alhamdulillah. I haven't smoked. I see people smoking on YouTube. Okay. So there are a lot of challenges, and then you are growing, right? And this is when you are trying to determine, how do you call it? A portion of, what is going to be my future, on what am I going to specialize and all this. So youths are going through a lot. So you are under pressure, right? But let me tell you, one of the best that can help you is a portion of hadith of Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam, وَشَابٌ نَشَأَ فِي عِبَادَتِهِ. A young man who is nurtured, a young man who is raised, a young man who embraces ibadah, and worship of Allah. Do you know what brings contentment and satisfaction in your heart? You can listen to all, those stuff. You can listen to all those. You can listen to all music, and you can, you can be rapping, and you know what I'm doing now, right?
Yeah.
I'm not dancing. I say, you know what I'm doing now. That way. This. All those stuff. You can memorize this and practice this. Sometimes you are so crazy on the road alone. I don't know. Lacking it means that is a very, very temporary, solution. A permanent solution is ala bi dhikrillahi tatma'innul qulub. The remembrance of Allah. How much are you connected to Allah? How much are you pursuing knowledge of your deen? How much are you following Quran? How much are you following Sunnah of Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam? Wallah, that is the basis and that is the best beginning. So Allah has given us solutions and ways, right? But please do not think that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala wills bad for you. That is the point, right? Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala wants good for you. He guided you to Islam. Alhamdulillah, you have seen your parents, and if you haven't seen them, Islam gives hope. It's a deen of hope. And maybe next time, if you can, you can organize, something so that I can talk to my young brothers and sisters about Islam being, I'm choosing a topic, religion of hope and assurance. How is that? Hope, guarantee, and assurance. I want to give you a talk on that any day of the church, not necessarily on Saturday. A religion of hope, guarantee, and assurance. How? Right? Yeah.
I was thinking from what you're saying, when we were discussing about the story of sheep, we've seen that about how Shaitan, about how he misled the people slowly by slowly first from saying, why are you not able to go to the other village? And then from then on to intermingling with them, to participate in music with them, to intermingling, and into even committing zina. And then you also said about how, for example, how Shaitan tells people to, just try, like, for example, like it was marijuana or any drugs, to just try it. And we can see examples from today about how most youth, how they go from thinking that they will never ever smoke or drink or anything until maybe they see their friends are participating in this, and they're like, okay, let me just try this blunt one time, let me just try this joint one time. And then from that one time they do that, from that one time that they do that, they become a avid smoker. And from becoming an avid smoker, we see that they start to try new and worse things. And I'm pretty sure most of us can attest to this from witnessing this. So I think that was a good point, Chef.
No. Last point, please. Anything in your mind? I want to conclude with the following. As we meet, we're improving our iman, right? We're improving ourselves, right? We're improving our Islam, right? And listen, there are 4 types of people in terms of changes. There are 4 types of people in terms of changes. Can I go through, can I walk you through it quickly? One, there are those who are ready to change. They are ready to change. They are ready to change. As my brother put it, they don't argue with the qadar of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Fil usri, I will yusr. Whether in hardship or at the time of ease, they don't. They are ready to change. Whenever they are reminded, whenever they are taught, whenever they are told, they have that desire and eagerness to follow it. If it's good, they want to do it. Right? And if it is al-munkar, bad, evil, they want to abstain from it. The first group. The second group, in terms of changes, or in the light of changes, are those who are still thinking. They are still negotiating with the concept of, should I change or not? I wanna, but maybe tomorrow. Many of us youth find themselves there. You are very vulnerable. Youth are very, I say they are very green and innocent. But taking initiative of saying, I want to make some changes in my life. Not that you are bad. Or I want to make changes to improve certain things that I don't know, right? What are my resolutions as a Muslim? Because our resolutions does not only go with 2020 or 2021. Every day you should make a resolution when you wake up and before you sleep. But there is that negotiation that, yes, I believe in it, but so there is that B-U-T. Still, and you know who is there? Shaitan. It is Shaitan who is telling you that, why can't you? So that is another group. The third group are those who, they don't want to change. They don't want to change. They don't want to change. They feel like, no, they have adopted a lifestyle, and it's all about what their desire dictates. This is my life, this is my clothes, this is my this is my heart, this is my this. So there is that group also. Now, these are followers of their whims and desires. And this is not good. The fourth one are vulnerable and innocent. Vulnerable and innocent. That because of maybe bad company, because of a pressure, negative pressure, they cannot just change. Yani they are in a bad company. For them even to think of changing, they have to leave that company. And also you have found, some of our youth in such situations, right? You know him, you played with him, you schooled with him, you hanged out with him. But because he doesn't belong to you anymore, and in America we know that, right? It's easy, you can easily belong to a group. The person who was maybe praying, the person who was doing good things, comes a time when he feels like, you've had cases of people running away from home, right? A Muslim should not do that, no matter what. Instead of running from home to maybe, non-Muslim home, why can't you go to your uncle? Why can't you go to a Muslim friend? Why can't you, to be safe, right? I cannot, I have my life. And there is extra pressure, that, yes, sometimes there is. Sometimes there is. But why are you running away from home and, joining a bad group? You know what has been happening in the community. I've been here since 2016. We know some youth, they committed suicide and they did this and they did that, and why should a Muslim do that? So I mentioned how many groups for, right? The first one, the first category, ready to change, right? And this is you here. This is not even a change. I say ready to improve their iman and connect with Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. The second one, thinking they are still, I want to. They are very innocent. I want to, but there is that maybe tomorrow, maybe after tomorrow. And I said, that one, shaitan is trapping you in that, because shaitan doesn't want you to, alladhi yuwaswisu fi suduri nas min al-jinnati wan nas. And the third one, they don't want to change. They know the truth. They know the reality. In fact, he was there before. Maybe he can be happy. Don't be surprised that some father in prison now. He memorized the entire Quran and but he didn't follow it. He did not follow one eye, and so he find himself in a wrong one. And don't forget that we have situations in some places where you have some group of Muslims who are, they are gangs, right? They're gangs, and you don't want to be in those groups. I go to jails and prisons for life, I find young people. Why are you here? And jail is not good, my brothers. Jahannam is worse than, no comparison, but jail is not good. Especially when you go to jail over 18 and you are young, they can change you anything. They can change you a woman. Uh-oh. Yes, you walk in a man, when you come out, you have a ketchup. You put ketchup on your lips. Lipstick. Ketchup. Assalamu alaikum. Alaikum salam. What's up, bro? There are bad things that happens in there. Bad things. A Muslim should not wish to go there. I'm going there to visit people. And the fourth one is a person who doesn't want to change. Why? Because he's in a company. His eyes, his ears are. So the best company is this company, my brothers. Jazakumullah khairan for sticking together, hanging out together. Wallah, this is the best company. And inshallah, after coronavirus, we're gonna have very, very interesting programs. Very, very interesting programs. This time we are not gonna let it go. You saw the name of the masjid, right? What is the name of this masjid? Allahu Akbar. It's your masjid. Brother Kamal and Mufti Abdul Malik and all of you say that Imam, get out, we want to take over the masjid. Wallah, I will leave. I'm going to open another one. Tomorrow I'm going to open another one, inshallah. We want to run masajid like, McDonald's. When at every corner you go, you will find a Sabul Gap. والرقيم كانوا من آياتنا عجبا. You know, we don't have. We have to take services where people are. So please, this is your masjid. Yani take advantage of this masjid. Please, please, please. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala guide us. And may Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala guide you youths to guide us. Jazakumullah. You have a question?
So like tomorrow, can we donate, or do we have to donate today?
Inshallah, just discuss with me after. Inshallah.
He is the man. Which youth wants to give khutbah this week? Kamal has done his part. Abdul Malik. We are looking for others. Make dua for Abdul Malik and Kamal. Because when Abdul Malik gave khutbah here once or twice, my observation, he started changing his walking style. Kamal became mufti. I didn't see him for 3 days. Now, he gave khutbah. He's like, I'm done. I'm in Jannah. Kamal, what's happening? Come back to the masjid first. So make dua that Allah guides them. Who wants to be? There's a program that we have. And you also know that we have Islamic studies, right? Each one of you needs to take Islamic studies. I'm teaching 6 subjects. Discuss this with your parents and come, especially you. 2 hours every week. How is that? Only 2 hours for now. Now,
What is it?
you give me your time. Come and see me on that. I'm requesting all of you and adding me. It's very simplified, but it's a very good program that if you finish, inshallah, you will find yourself somewhere. 40 ahadith have to be understood, written, taught, meaning has to be explained, and then memorized. 40. I'm teaching fiqh, I'm teaching tawheed, I'm teaching hadith, and anybody else here who wants to study, please come. Third, Jazakumullah khair. Who wants to make dua for us? Youth, anyone who wants to make dua? Anyone? Numair is here. What is Numair? Come make dua for us. Walk straight like a Muslim, not bouncing. He's walking. What is this in the masjid?
الصلاة والسلام على رسول الله صلى الله عليه وسلم. ربنا آتنا في الدنيا حسنة وفي الآخرة حسنة وقنا عذاب النار. اللهم إنك عفو تحب العفو فاعف عنا. اللهم إنك عفو تحب العفو فاعف عنا. اللهم إنك عفو كريم تحب العفو فاعف عنا. استغفر.
الله أكبر الله أكبر الله أكبر الله أكبر أشهد أن لا إله إلا الله أشهد أن لا إله إلا الله أشهد أن محمدا رسول الله أشهد أن محمدا رسول الله هيا على الصلاة هيا على الصلاة
الفلاح حي على الفلاح الله أكبر الله أكبر لا إله إلا الله الله أكبر الله أكبر أشهد أن لا إله إلا الله أشهد أن محمد رسول الله حي على الصلاة حي على الفلاح قد قامت الصلاة قد قامت الصلاة الله أكبر الله أكبر لا إله إلا الله استووا الله أكبر الحمد لله رب العالمين الرحمن الرحيم مالك يوم الدين إياك نعبد وإياك نستعين اهدنا الصراط المستقيم صراط الذين أنعمت عليهم غير المغضوب عليهم ولا الضالين آمين لا أقسم بهذا البلد وأنت حل بهذا البلد ووالد وما ولد لقد خلقنا الإنسان في كبد أيحسب أن لن يقدر عليه أحد يقول أهلكت مالا لبدا أيحسب أن لم يره أحد ألم نجعل له عينين ولسانا وشفتين وهديناه النجدين فلاقتحم العقبة وما أدراك ما العقبة فك رقبة أو إطعام في يوم ذي مسغبة يتيما ذا مقربة أو مسكينا ذا متربة ثم كان من الذين آمنوا وتواصوا بالصبر وتواصوا بالمرحمة ثم كان من الذين آمنوا وتواصوا بالصبر وتواصوا بالمرحمة أولئك أصحاب الميمنة والذين كفروا بآياتنا هم أصحاب المشأمة عليهم نار مؤصدة الله أكبر سمع الله لمن حمده الله أكبر الله أكبر. الله أكبر. الله أكبر. الحمد لله رب العالمين الرحمن الرحيم مالك يوم الدين إياك نعبد وإياك نستعين اهدنا الصراط المستقيم صراط الذين أنعمت عليهم غير المغضوب عليهم ولا الضالين آمين. والضحى والليل إذا سجى ما ودعك ربك وما قلى وللآخرة خير لك من الأولى ولسوف يعطيك ربك فترضى ألم يجدك يتيما فآوى ووجدك ضالا فهدى ووجدك عائلا فأغنى فأما اليتيم فلا تقهر وأما السائل فلا تنهر وأما بنعمة ربك فحدث. الله أكبر. سمع الله لمن حمده. الله أكبر. الله أكبر. الله أكبر. الله أكبر. الله أكبر. الله أكبر. سمع الله لمن حمده. الله أكبر. الله أكبر. الله أكبر. الله أكبر. الله أكبر سمع الله لمن حمده الله أكبر الله أكبر الله أكبر الله أكبر السلام عليكم ورحمة الله السلام عليكم ورحمة الله
We have apples and oranges there. You can take home, you can take wherever you can take home. You can take it to, home. We have potatoes, you can take it home. It is for us. We receive this every week. Sometimes we receive milk, sometimes we have, whatever is there. They just brought it, today is what? Saturday. So they brought it yesterday. We have some cheese, we have some, so just open the fridge and see whatever you want to take. After this, Jazakallah khair.
Jazakallah khairan to Imam Shafi'i and our brother Kamal for doing our youth group tonight. Thank you guys all for coming. Lastly, anything good that was discussed here is from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, and any mistakes are our own. And we seek refuge in Allah from giving wrong advice and from all forms of calamities and fitna. Jazakallah khairan for you guys. Like being here means a lot. We gotta stay strong. I know that this is like what our fourth youth group, and inshallah, man, you guys just keep holding on, because this is our agenda that we're working for. This only benefits you at the end of the day, So if you guys want to keep striving to be better Muslims, be around good friends. Like we were talking about, don't fall under pressure. Don't fall, for these friends who call themselves family, but they lead you astray. The people that are your friends are the people that lead you to the masjid. The people that are your friends are the people that lead you to Jannah. So keep those people around, and inshallah, like Kamal said about our next program, anybody who wants to donate or who has any questions about that, inshallah, talk to us after the pizza, inshallah, or during the pizza. And for all of you older brothers that are here and father figures, you guys could also help out too, inshallah. And whatever you guys could help out with would be greatly appreciated. Jazakallah khairan.
And if you like rice, I'm gonna cook for you next time. I'm a good cook.
Shafi'i promises to cook rice.
Inshallah, next time it's gonna be ruz and lahm. How is that?
You guys can't miss that, right? It's gonna be better than pizza, inshallah. Jazakallah khairan, guys.
Full din, inshallah, next time. جزاكم الله خيرا. سبحانك اللهم وبحمدك أشهد أن لا إله إلا أنت أستغفرك ونتوب إليك. Kamal,
Yeah.
can I go home?
Yeah, no, go ahead.
Huh? I only came back out of.
I couldn't share the
Huh?